All right. Well, hi, hello, and welcome to the ultimate AppExchange Demo Jam, where today you will get to watch and vote on leading productivity apps for Salesforce. Now, today's exciting webinar is sponsored by Salesforce and produced by Actual Tech Media. My name is Jess Steinbach. I'm with Actual Tech Media, and I am so happy that I get to be your moderator for this Demo Jam today because I cannot wait to hear from all the incredible innovators, the movers and shakers, the game changers that we have here with us today. Now, if this is your very first Demo Jam, welcome. Congratulations. You are in for a treat. Get ready because today you will get to discover 5 innovative pre-built apps for Salesforce that help to boost team productivity and cut costs, all coming from Salesforce partners. So each one of the partners today are going to walk through their app. They'll showcase their most compelling use cases in a super short, zingy, no fluff 3-minute demo. At the end of that 3 minutes, actually about 30 seconds prior to the end of the 3 minutes, you're going to hear this little sound. You ready for this little sound? Up, up, up. When you hear that little sound in my super high-tech demo button that I've got here, that means they have to wrap it up, and then that's it. At the end of the 3 minutes, they are off screen, and then we're going to ask you, the audience, to tell us who you thought had the best demo. You get to vote. You get to choose the Demo Jam winner. Okay, so I want to give you a few very important points that are going to help you get the most out of this whole exciting shebang here we have in front of us. So first of all, again, you are going to get to ask questions directly of the partners here with us. We are going to stop and do a little Q&A at the end. Our hosts are going to lead us through an interactive Q&A session with each one of the presenters after we watch all of the demos. Now, this is definitely going to go by very quickly because we've got a lot to do today, and as you can tell, things move fast in a demo jam. So here's the best part. If you're asking questions today, regardless of if we get to them in that live Q&A, you are going to get direct answers back from the partners here with us. So all of your questions, anything that you want to know, get that in. Make sure you get those questions in as we go throughout our day today, and you will get responses either in our live session today or in follow-up. Now we're going to give it a little test run together right now. Make sure you are all alive, awake, and alert and enthusiastic. Make sure you've had your coffee this morning, your tea, whatever you've got going on. So say hi, say hello. I see Jeff, I see Richard, I've got Morteza, I've got Robert. Whole awesome crew here with us, joining in from all over. Make sure you post a hi and hello. Give us a wave if you're here with us today. We definitely want to hear from you. Now, don't forget that questions window is also going to be the best place to reach out if you do have any little technical issues today. Hey, a quick reminder though, a browser refresh generally clears out any of the usual tech gremlins. But if somebody definitely fed them after midnight, I know it happens from time to time. If the gremlins have really got a hold of you, you can post in that questions tab right there. Let our team know and we will come and help you out. Now, the last thing I want to point out, if we were sort of doing a little bit of a guided tour through our audience console today, we started in that questions window. We set our highs and hellos. We know where to go if the gremlins get us. We've got that done. The next thing we're going to do is go over to the handouts tab, because in this handouts tab, you can actually get individual links to the apps on AppExchange. So if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about all of these wonderful partners we're hearing from today, and I know that you are going to want to dig in a bit further, make sure you're opening those tabs. Hold on to those tabs after we wrap. Don't go anywhere just yet because we've got the whole demo jam in front of us, but you will want those tabs to explore after we wrap. All right, well, that is it for the housekeeping. I think it's time we bring out our incredible hosts, because we have some wonderful hosts here with us today who are going to help lead us through this demo jam. And I am so excited to introduce you all to these incredible experts. So in just a second, I will bring out here with us Alexandra Radanovic, who is a senior product manager of business technology at Okta and a 12-time certified Salesforce MVP with over 10 years of experience in the Salesforce ecosystem. Now, not only does Alex have a very cool list of credentials there, she also has a passion for automation and data architecture and loves giving back to the community by mentoring newcomers and presenting at conferences like Dreamforce and participating in super cool demo jams like this one. She is also a platform champion and Society for Canadian Women in Science and Technology member. Joining Alex here with us today, we also have Ribi De La Paz. Now, Ribi is a CEO and solution architect at Simplicity Plus and a Hall of Fame Salesforce MVP. She likes long walks on the beach. Who doesn't? She also likes riding her Harley, which is just pretty cool, and doing all the nerdy stuff that nobody thinks about doing. This proud grandma doesn't need help with Tech 2.0 because she's part cyborg, a thought leader in technology as well as a community impact change maker. Revi continues to build bridges between tech and people. How is that for an all-star hosting duo? Okay, Alex and Revi, I think it's time we get you on out here with us and get this show on the road. Alex, I think you are going to kick us off today. So I'm going to hand things over to you. Alex, I'm just not seeing your camera link up yet. We may need you to do a quick browser refresh and rejoin us. But Revi, maybe if you can give us a hi and hello.
Hello.
Nailed it right off the bat.
I know.
Fantastic.
Do we need to do different languages for our different people out there? You know, bonjour.
I did see we have some Canadians here. Bonjour.
I saw Winnipeg. Exactly. Yeah. Bonjour.
All right. Well, we're getting Alex back on here in just a second, but maybe Revi, you and I can talk through the format of what we're going to kind of go through today and what our audience can expect to see from our incredible presenters.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So kick us off.
All right. So here are the rules. Partners have 3 minutes to do their demo app. I know that's a long time. I know, like, don't go to sleep. No pre-recorded video or slides allowed. This is live. So everything you see is what you get. It is what it is. This is happening. There will be one winner chosen by you, those who are voting, our audience. So come on down and vote. Today's participants include Natterbox, Nintex, Traction Complete, Provar, and Vicasso. We are still trying to deal with those technical difficulties because, you know, we all work in tech. So that's what happens on the live, but you just got to keep going with the show.
You keep going with it. Because, yeah, what's a live event if somebody doesn't have some kind of there's got to be a gremlin somewhere in the system. It looks like
definitely.
We're going to do our best to get Alex on out here with us as soon as possible, but I'm thinking maybe, Revi, should we just get rolling? Should we kick things off and get into our first session here? Oh, we got Alex.
See Alex. We got Alex.
I'm here, guys. Thank you, Jess. Did we cover the rules and everything?
Yes, we passed the first test. So now we get to pass it on to you.
Perfect. So you guys have heard the rules. We have a really exciting apps today. We have Natterbox, Nintex, Traction Complete, Provar, and Vicasso. So let's get ready to rumble. Okay, our first partner today, the first demo that we'll see is Natterbox. Natterbox is a native Salesforce contact center solution that helps businesses create connected, frictionless omnichannel experiences across voice, digital messaging, and video for organizations globally. Natterbox enables you to make every conversation meaningful by delivering hyper-personalized customer journeys by combining AI-enhanced technology with human touch to gain unrivaled efficiency while still not compromising on trust and customer experience. So today with us, we have James Radford, Product Manager, to show us the magic of Natterbox. James, are you here with us?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Do you want to start sharing your screen so we can see?
Right. Let me press the various magic buttons that I've got to hand just here. Let me know when you can see it and we'll kick things off.
We can see your screen. Your time starts now.
Fantastic. Well, look, we're excited to announce the arrival of Natterbox AI. Is this another product that has been rebranded with just the letters AI or GPT at the end? No, this is an actual AI designed and built by us here at Natterbox. So look, what does it do? It is a tool that allows you to finally automate call coaching within your business. For years, human speech has been too messy for traditional AI, and so call coaching has resisted automation. With Natterbox AI, we're leveraging the power of generative AI to produce next-level call analytics. So look, how does it work? Well, the first thing is all embedded inside Salesforce. And the first thing you want to do is set up your prompts to decide what you want the AI to look for within your phone calls. So all I do is I goal set my AI. So let's have a look. Let's say I want to summarize all my calls in 5 bullet points, but actually I'd like that to be returned in the Bulgarian language. No problem. Doesn't matter what language the transcript's in. Here is going to be a summary in Bulgarian. I might want to understand 5 things that the agent did well and 5 things they could have done better on a call. Not a problem at all. I set up that goal for the AI. It will go and analyze every single phone call across your business for that. I may want, actually, from a call coaching perspective, just let the AI write the email for me to the agent telling them what they could have done better. Not a problem. The AI will do that. Okay, so I've set up my prompts. What's next? Well, step 2 is watching those results roll in. So here's a list of all of the calls embedded within Salesforce going through my platform, and I can now start to look at some of these results. What was the sentiment of the customer out of 10? They got a 4 out of 10. We can see that the customer was frustrated with their technical issue, but overall, at least they were polite to the agent. I want to understand, how was that Bulgarian call summary? There it is, in Bulgarian. I don't speak Bulgarian, but I'm assuming that's a pretty good summary of the call. That email I talked about a little bit earlier, if I'm call coaching my agents, I don't want to waste time writing the email. I want to moderate the email that the AI has written for me. Not a problem. Here is Anam's email about how he did well and how he could have done better. Fantastic. And of course, most importantly, I have a copy of the summary of my call in the form of a lovely rhyming poem. Very, very important from a business perspective, that. Okay, so I've got all my data. What's step 3? Well, step 3 is, now that I've got the data, I need to start analyzing the long-term trends. And what's really exciting about everything Natterbox does is it's all embedded directly within Salesforce. So I can leverage Salesforce reports and dashboards to get long-term trends. Where are my least polite agents? What is the average empathy for my contact center? How is that improving over time? All of these fantastic call coaching questions answered that have never been before been able to be answered due to the problems with human speech. And that is Natterbox AI automated call coaching. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this great demo. I actually can really understand how all this that you've shown, all the information that's on a click of a button can help empower your customer and contact center solutions. So back to you, Ruby, now. Let's see who's next.
All right, next we have Nintex. Nintex is the global standard for process intelligence and automation. Is it obvious that I'm reading this out? Today, more than 8,000 public and private sector organizations across 90 countries turn to Nintex process platform to accelerate progress on their digital transformation journeys by quickly and easily managing, automating, and optimizing business processes. Today we have Chris Moscato. Did I say it right or did I say it wrong? Strategic Allegiance Director. Chris, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. And can you see my screen?
Getting there. We got to get that lag. There we go. We're
Awesome.
on go. Go for it,
All
Chris.
righty. Oh, well, happy National Dog Photo Day to you, Murphy. We'll get something posted here in a little. What's that? Finley, our golden retriever, is not sharing the new squeaky toy? And what's that? You're wondering if Nintex DocGen for Salesforce can help you generate a proposal to have her share that squeaky toy? Well, since Nintex DocGen is incredibly easy to use, I'm sure we can help. Nintex DocGen works with any Salesforce cloud, data, document type, and any document generation experience that you want to deliver. So let's create a DocGen package or a use case from a sample proposal. Now, as an admin of Nintex DocGen, there are 4 pillars to building any use case: data, documents, delivery, and then deployment. So who has access and what's the experience? First, data. These are connections to any object in Salesforce or any data source, and they can be easily made with clicks, no coding required. Now, these connections create what we call field tags. For every data connection, we prepare tags for all the possible fields that you might want to use in your document generation. Second is documents. Let's take a look at the sample proposal that this already had. And we can manage many templates: Word, PowerPoint, Excel, PDF, where the field tags will be merged onto the document. This looks like a good start, but I think Murphy has some changes for her proposal. So let's upload Murphy's new version of the proposal and give it a try. Third pillar is delivery, or what do I want to do with the document once it's been generated? Download it, send it for signature, email, send to storage, into a workflow, or a combination. And then fourth is that experience. So let's test it right here in the DocGen package. Now this sounds like an opportunity to keep Finley out of the doghouse. So let's test it against that record. We'll select Finley, our contact, and we'll select download and run the package. Right now, Nintex DocGen knows a few things. It knows the build of the use case that we just walked through, the selections that we just made, opportunity, the contact, the download, and let's take a look at that new proposal to see what it looks like. Wow, Murphy, your changes look great. Merged dynamically an image of Finley onto the document. We've merged some data from the opportunity, from the account, from the contact records. I am sure that Finley will share her new squeaky toy with you. Thanks, Murphy. You were so right. It was incredibly easy with Nintex DocGen for Salesforce. Building any document generation use case should take minutes, not weeks or months. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Murphy. All right. Now we're going to pass it on over to Alex. Back to you for our next participant.
Thank you, Ruby. So next participant is Traction Complete. Traction Complete's RevOps data management suite helps revenue operations team cleanse, connect, and orchestrate data in Salesforce. Since 2019, Traction Complete has been on a mission to automate complex data tasks in Salesforce, empowering organizations like Asana, Zoom, and YMCA to save time and scale faster. Today with us, we have Zach Cantwell, pre-sales consultant, to show us the power of Traction Complete. Zach, are you with us?
Yep. Hey, everyone. Thank you, Alex. I will share my screen. Can we see that all right?
Just a little lag. Yes, we can see your screen. Go ahead. Good luck.
Awesome. So yeah, everyone that we speak to and everyone on this call is now very well aware that AI is upon us, and most of the companies that we talk to are looking to find ways to invest and adopt it. But the challenge with AI is that it's driven by one main thing, and that is data. And so if we put bad data into our AI model, we're going to end up getting bad results. And so what I've been tasked with today is uploading a list of accounts into our data cloud so that we can start to build out an algorithm that's going to help us identify which accounts we should be prioritizing. However, as we can see with this list here, it's just flooded with duplicates. But luckily for me, I've got a Complete Clean tool, which is going to help us clean this up. And so what we're going to see with Complete Clean is how easy it is to identify, match, and merge duplicates without ever actually having to leave Salesforce. And so the first thing we'll notice is that Complete Clean supports all objects inside of Salesforce, whether it be a standard object or a custom object. In our case here, we're going to stick with the account object and open up our fuzzy match account name merge plan. So now that we've got our object, well, we then need to determine, well, from that object, which records do we actually want to run on? And so in this case here, what I've done is I built a query through criteria where I'm looking for accounts that are currently actively being worked on, but they are not person accounts. What we can also potentially do is type a freeform query or potentially upload a pre-existing CSV file. So now that we've got our records, the next thing we then need to determine is, well, how do we actually want to match these records together and how we can actually define what a duplicate looks like? And so this is where Traction Complete is going to give us the ability to customize this logic. So one, we can either use custom matching as we see here, where we can customize and select the different attributes that we would like to match on and then configure our logic down at the bottom, or we can use our pre-existing duplicate rules inside of Salesforce, which is what I'm going to do in this case here, as I would like to take advantage of fuzzy matching on the account name so I can start to pick up on matches such as Salesforce Inc. So now that we've got our matching down, the final piece before we preview the result is to go through our merge settings. And the first aspect of this is setting up our winning record selection. So if we imagine a scenario where we say, hey, 5 accounts match together, they've all been identified as being duplicates, well, how do we then determine out of those 5 accounts which one should be the winning record? And so this is where we can customize that winning record criteria. And for example, my first criteria is looking for the account type to be equal to customer. But that doesn't go without saying that just because we're going to have losing records, that there's not going to be valuable data on those losing records. And so that's where we likely want to use Traction Complete's custom field by field data retention, where we can make sure we're not losing any of that valuable data through doing things such as prioritization of certain values, or even doing things such as field concatenation, where we bring over values from multiple different records onto that one winning record. So once happy with our merge settings, we can go ahead and match the results together, which in this case I've already done. Once matched, we can customize our interface here by bringing in different fields. And then finally, what we can do is we can potentially make overrides to the results. So for example, maybe I'd like to keep this first Fox account here as the winner, but rather than taking the account name of Fox, I would like to take the account name of Fox Inc. Once happy with the results, we can go ahead and hit merge here, and we can feel secured because this full process is going to take place fully natively inside of Salesforce. And the best part about Traction is that we can also set up proactive rules to make sure that when new records are coming in, we're keeping our database clean on an ongoing basis and making sure that we have confidence in our AI model going forward.
Thank you so much, Chris. We all know that data is a new gold, and Traction Complete can obviously help you navigate your data to get the most out of it. So let's hear about the next contestant. Phoebe, back to you.
Thanks, Alex. That was interesting because I think everybody loves clean data, but it's never going to happen unless you have great tools like Traction Complete, right? So our next company is Provar. Provar improves the predictability, speed, and quality of your releases for Salesforce and beyond. Their low-code solutions provide intuitive and resilient test automation, integrated quality management, and outstanding support, empowering teams at every stage of the development cycle. Ops Dev. Provar helps teams improve release agility and reduce system defects so you can spend less time testing and more time innovating. We have Joe Garza, the director of solution engineering. Joe, are you there?
I'm here, Reevy. I'm ready to go.
All right, let's get going. Why don't you share your screen with us? It's going to take like a hot second. And I see your screen, man. There you go.
Perfect. Let's go. All right. So, one of the smartest men of all time, Albert Einstein, he once said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, if you work in software testing, you're a quality engineer, well, your daily life is literally just doing that same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, a bug. Well, the good news is Provar has the cure to insanity. By using test automation, you no longer have to do that same thing over and over again. And with Provar Manager, our quality-centric hub, well, it's actually like a supplement to help cure that sanity as well. So Provar Manager, it's a quality-centric hub. It allows you to analyze the results of all of your testing efforts, your code quality scans, your test automation, your Apex unit tests, and even your manual test cases, all within one place. Now, I'll go ahead and show you some of the things that are available here inside of Provar Manager. Provar Manager, as I mentioned, is really going to be there for all of your testing efforts. You can go ahead and create test plans for your unit tests, manual tests, and your automated tests, and create schedules for those to run automatically for you. So again, rather than going through there and continuously just clicking on that each time, making those tests run, Provar Manager is going to take care of that for you. In addition to that, with your release management solutions, Provar Manager can be integrated with those. So every time you're making a deployment, you're automatically running your automated test cases as well. Now, once your tests run, you can see your historical executions down here. I'm going to go ahead and click into one of these cycles. Inside of this, these are Apex unit tests. We can see some of these have failed. I'm going to go ahead and click into one of the failures here. Now, typically speaking, if one of these tests failed, it'd be a very manual process. You'd have to go through and understand why it failed. But the good news is, using AI and Provar Manager, you can generate the root cause analysis to get an idea of why this Apex unit test particularly failed. This will take a minute or two, so to save some time, I have a tab open already with the results. So we can see it's going to give me some information to give me some idea as to why this failed and some recommendations on what I can do to get this resolved. In addition to that, Provar Manager is actually an integration hub as well. You can integrate this with a multitude of solutions, but a couple of those being Azure DevOps and Jira, your project management solutions. And by integrating those, you can pull in and import your user stories. And by use of AI, based off of the description and the acceptance criteria, you can automatically create manual test cases in either a BDD format or plain format. So again, another thing that people in software testing do repetitively time and time again is creating manual test cases. So another way to help cure that insanity that you may or may not have. Once those test cases generate, we can see the steps and options here. We can go ahead and add them in and save them. So again, if you want to stop being insane, you need Provar.
Thank you, Joe. That's amazing. I love this approach of Provar, especially the automated test part. Nobody wants to write that by hand. So let's move to the next one. We have Ruby. What do you think about the demo? I want to hear your opinion.
I was just hoping for a DevOps team to come up with a fish. Like, I need one of y'all to pop a fish in there to just throw like old school Salesforce in there. So that's a question for all of you DevOps out there is like, can we get a fish that like swims into the sea that's letting us know that we didn't make it, or, make it swim happily and we're like, yeah, my tests were good, right? But speaking of questions, I'm hoping the audience out there is asking more questions, because the question queue is looking real slim. So even if you have to ask about, Provar, Traction Complete, Nintex, and Natterbox, see, the memory's kicking in there, right? If you have questions for them, please make sure you put them in the queue. We've got one more. Isn't that right, Alex? I think that's over to you, the last one.
Yes, as you guys are writing your questions, I will introduce the last partner for today. The last partner for today is Vicasso, definitely not the least. Vicasso is a Salesforce partner that specializes in making native AppExchange apps that eliminate friction and frustration from the case management process. Because after all, we know that a great customer experience starts with a great agent experience. You are about to see how their flagship app, Email to Case Premium, makes the agent experience better. Today with us, we have two demos, Thais Pedroso, I hope I pronounced that right, and Megan Ardis. Guys, are you here with us today?
Hello.
Hey, we're here.
Thank you. And
Can you see my screen? I shared it.
Yes, we see your screen. Your time starts now.
Awesome. Hey, Thais, someone emailed me again with a technical support question. And as a sales rep, I forwarded it to our support email address. Will I be added as the case contact?
Normally, Salesforce would create a case for you, Megan, but instead, Email to Case Premium creates the case for the customer, as you can see here. So now I'll open the support case and navigate to Email to Case Premium, where we can see everything that I need to help the customer.
The message I forwarded in had a ton of social icons. Sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry. We have Slaybot, our AI social icon detection tool, and it automatically removed unwanted logos, saving me the trouble of having to do it manually.
It's so easy. So I see in the email they attached a screenshot of an error message. Do we have to type this all out and then search our knowledge base manually?
No way, that would take forever. Let me show you how our text extractor tool works. So I'm going to click the image, and then I'm going to click the extract text button. We use a pre-trained AI model that recognizes English words. So we can just select the text that we want to extract from the image, and it's automatically copied to the clipboard. Now I can reply to the customer with a knowledge article with instructions on how to solve their issue. So I'm going to click the public comment button, which is going to bring me to Email to Case Premium's new comment page. I'm going to pick a canned response as a baseline of my response, and then I can just edit the content with information from that knowledge article. With our knowledge integration, I can just click the advanced search, then I'm going to click knowledge, and I'm going to paste that text that we copied. I find my knowledge article, and I can select the piece that I want to add as part of my response. So I'm going to pick the answer, which has the instructions. And as soon as I insert it, you're going to see it in the response body. And the article is automatically attached to the case. Now I can just make some key field edits and just edit the case reason as well. And now I'm ready to send that comment out.
But wait, before you send that response, I just saw that the customer's out of office and will be out for a week. How can we make sure they get this email?
Oh, no problem. We can schedule this email to go out on the Monday when they return to the office at 8 a.m. So I'm going to click the schedule button. I'm going to select that date. And then I'm just going to put 8 a.m. here. So it's the first thing that they're going to see when they're back from vacation.
This is perfect. So I see the response is scheduled, the article is attached to the case, and I love that we can view everything we need in one single place with Email to Case Premium.
Yeah, exactly. With Email to Case Premium by Vicasso, support agents can be more productive. They can find relevant information faster, and reply to customers within minutes. A great customer experience starts with a great agent experience. And that's why you need Emailed Case Premium. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vicasso. But I feel seen, to be honest. If anybody, and I think Ruby will agree with me once she joins me, but is anybody who ever dealt with case management and millions of logos from the same customer signature? This is amazing, right, Ruby?
This is awesome. I mean, even like pulling in the knowledge articles, I was just like, wow, because nobody wants to have to go search for that. And even when you try to build behind the scenes, that's what I get curious about. So anyone who has questions about that, make sure you ask Vicasso or you go into their handout and reach out to them and ask about what does it take as far as the behind the scenes to set all of that up to make it easier for our customers, right?
I think we still have time for audience to ask questions, but do you want to take over and ask some questions, Ruby?
Sure. I just want to throw a shout out to all our partners. You know, like Jess, you forgot to get like the audience clap sound to be like, yay, right? Like we don't have that. She's got the Price is Right sound that interrupts people. And I'm like, oh my God, are we going to spin the wheel? But right now, I'm going to need all of you to go in and hit the poll so you can vote now for the best demo, right? And while you're voting, I'm going to go ahead and read through some of the questions we received. I'm going to, first of all, thank our partners again. Thank you, Natterbox. Thank you, Nintex. Thank you, Traction Complete. Thank you, Provar. And thank you, Vicasso, right? So 5 wonderful AppExchange products that we just went through today in terms of a demo in such a short time. I mean, that happened fast. It's only been a little bit over a half an hour, right? But audience, it's time to pick your demo. You can only pick one. There can only be one. Anyone who knows about the Highlander, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to wait for some responses to come in. We're going to ask the partners one question each. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got my right screen popped up. And we're going to start with Natterbox. So, how you feeling? Were you able to catch your breath, James?
Hey again, everyone. Yep, I'm still here. I'm still here.
All right, cool. So what would be your one piece of advice for organizations looking to implement AI?
Great question. Look, thank you to whoever asked that. Look, the possibilities of AI are genuinely endless, and that is exciting and scary in equal measure. So a lot of it is about just jumping in with 2 feet and kicking off your AI strategy program. We recommend here at Natterbox that you automate internal tools first. It's a great place to start. You can learn AI, you can understand what it's good at, where it still needs time to improve. You can really get your head around what AI is going to be doing for your business. And after you're happy with the automation of your internal tools, you can then start to look externally at customers and really understand where AI is going to absolutely kind of supercharge your customer satisfaction and your customer engagement.
All right. Thank you, James. That was pretty cool what Natterbox could do. So, and then I don't know if anybody else noticed, but a famous TV show would say one of these things is doing their own thing. All these demos and AppExchange are doing AI is what it looks like today, right? Like, so just fascinating to see all the different variations, man. Like, yeah.
It's big and it's growing. AI is big and it's growing, definitely.
All right. Thank you, James. Thank you, Natterbox. All right. So next we have Nintex. So, hey, where's Murphy, man? Like, you don't bring a dog on and then like
sleeping on the floor now. They're sharing the dog toy. Life is good again.
I'm like, you don't bring a dog and then you just say, okay, she's had showtime. She's done. She's got her 15 minutes.
I also had some treats hanging out, so.
Oh, all right. So we've got her. She's got her emotional treats there next to her. She's doing good. So the question we have is, how hard is it to get started with DocGen, and what will this look like in Salesforce? So like, how hard? And I talked about this, like for us who are in the know behind the scenes, what are we talking about in terms of level of effort?
So first, download it from the AppExchange. It's a free 30-day trial. Try the test drive first. If you're not comfortable, it'll walk you through the tools similar to what we did today. But companies of all sizes use this. Folks with virtually no technical prowess, they're not certified Salesforce admins, are able to hop in and learn the tool and use it. It's declarative. It's clicks, not code. So incredibly easy to get started. And then the second part of that question was around how it will look in Salesforce. So a big part of this, and I just showed a demo of testing the use case in the build, but we can use Salesforce Flow, screen flows, action buttons. Our Lightning component is what I demoed it from today. You can drag onto the layout. We have a whole experience building product outside of it that you can use. The net of it is, whether it's an internal Salesforce user, an external user completely outside of Salesforce, or an Experience Cloud user, you can build compelling document generation experiences that are either button push or automated backend processing.
All right. That sounds sweet, man. Like, seriously, I saw that little rotating component in there. I was like, that looks like that shoe wheel I want in my closet, man. Like, yeah, that was pretty sweet. The little things. Well, thank you, Nintex, and thank you, Chris. All right, next to our next participant, Provar. Where are you? Hey, Joe. Oh, Joe disappeared. Joe's coming back, I'm sure.
I think you missed Traction Complete, but I guess I can go ahead and go anyway.
Oh, I did miss Traction Complete. All right, I'm sorry, Zach. We're coming to you. We're coming to you, man. I promise. All right, so Joe, Provar, I completely flubbed that one. It's all good. So Joe, here's the question we have for you at Provar. Where do you see the biggest potential for test automation and AI capabilities? Like, where do you see that?
Yeah, so I would say the biggest demand that people have is replacing automation engineers entirely and just having AI do it. I wouldn't see that as reality. Oftentimes, when I've seen people try and replace engineers with AI, the results were disastrous. And that I would imagine the result would be the same here in automation. AI, in my opinion, it's the evolution of tools. If you think about carpenters 100 years ago, they were just using hand tools, and now today they have power tools. It allows them to be more efficient and effective with their time. And that's the same with automation. So really just giving you more tools at your disposal that will allow you to build automation faster and easier.
All right, nice. Yeah, I have to say everybody loves, an easy deployment when it comes to like moving things over. Everybody wants to fish, man. Everybody wants to fish. But thank you, Joe. I said go, because I'm like, go fish is what I'm
You're
thinking.
telling me to go away at this point.
Nah, hey, y'all should put that in there. I'm serious. Provar, go fish. That's.
There we go.
All right, thanks, Joe. All right, now let's cycle back to Traction Complete, because we can't skip Zach, and we can't skip this, because what you guys showed was pretty cool, man. Like I said, everybody's been doing well with your demos, and the stuff that you have is just, now I got to go back and just download all these apps to a test box and just try them all out, right? So the question we have for you is, how is Complete Clean different from Salesforce's out-of-the-box deduplication functionality?
Yeah, so I would say fundamentally the big difference is out of the box, it's a very manual process. And you even mentioned that everybody has duplicates, a problem that everybody experiences, and that's because it's very manual to go into Salesforce and clean it up. You can only merge together 3 records at a time. And what we saw with Traction is we're able to predefine things like the winning record selection as well as the field-by-field data retention. So we're able to create as much automation around the process as possible to remove that manual intervention, but also make sure throughout that process we're not losing any valuable data. So I'd say that's really fundamentally the biggest difference, is it's very manual, and Traction helps make sure we're not losing any key data as part of the process.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw all the different variations in the matches, like the fuzzy match. And then does Traction Complete, I'm going to assume you come with several prepackaged cycles of Complete Clean, or is there something for us as the admin to go back there and finagle with it?
Yeah, so we kind of leave it up to the customer because the matching is so simple and easy to set up that we leave it up to the customer to say, hey, how do we want to match? And so once they're set up, they can kind of configure those different matching rules. And by having flexibility around matching, that allows us to support different use cases. Because, for example, a B2C company might match a lot differently on duplicates compared to what a B2B company might match on. And that's just because they're bringing in different types of data into their Salesforce.
All right, and one last question. Are there any limits in terms of the amount of data that Complete Queen can review at one time, or are you doing it in batches?
Yeah, so we are doing it in batches. So we haven't ran into a limit. So we'd welcome anyone to test it out and see if you can hit a limit. With that being said, we have very large customers like Cisco, Verizon, DocuSign that are using our tools. And from what we've seen, they haven't run into any of those limitation issues with running very large volumes of records.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Because I'm pretty sure Verizon probably has like a lot of records. So if they're not hitting limits, I know we're good, right?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, welcome
All
anyone
right.
to test it. Always willing to test it.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you, Traction Complete. Thank you, Zach, man. Appreciate it. Great demo, man. All right, last but certainly not least, we have Vicasso. Can we bring our team back? Hey, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
How you feeling? You had a nice skip there.
Good back and forth. Scenario.
Back and forth. Exactly. All right, so we love the agent experience that we just saw, but what if we wanted to give something like that to our customers using community portals through digital experience? Like, what does that look like in good old Experience Cloud?
Yeah, so we do have a component that's called the reply and timeline component for emailed case premium, and that brings everything that support agents love to your customers on the community. So they would get that rich text comment composer, they would get the timeline to view that back and forth communication in chronological order, and they also get the text extractor feature. It's available for them.
All right, that sounds amazing. I'm looking to see if we have any other. Is there a way for us to manually go in there and possibly change if we see that there's an error with the AI? That was a question that came through. Just wondering. I know that's people's biggest concern is, AI, can I change it? Can I save it?
So in the demo, when you saw Thais kind of drag our text extractor tool over the text, that's going to populate in that editor box to the right where you can copy that, change it up. So there is kind of that human intervention element where someone would have to copy the text that they're looking for and be able to edit it as well. So you do have that kind of human element. We're not just sending something out. So you would have to really, take a look at that editor, make sure it's what you need.
All right, nice. All right, well, thank you, ladies. I believe we are, drum roll, Jess, man, you're going to have to download like more sounds on your phone, like for the next demo jam. So I think it's now that we're going to announce the winner, which is obvious because we have my lovely co-host with me, and she is going to do the honors of announcing who the winner is of our demo jam for today.
Is your heart beating as fast as mine, waiting to hear the result? So, the winner of the demo jam today is Vicasso.
Vicasso!
Congratulations, ladies.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you to all the other demos. They were really awesome. We love to see what everyone's doing with AI. And just want to say thank you to our customers because your ideas really help shape our roadmap and what we're doing. So just a huge thank you. This was awesome.
Thank you so much. And I have to say, what great demos we have seen today. If you want to learn more about any of the apps you saw today, please take the second poll you're seeing on your screen right now. So we will share all your questions, all the responses with our partners, and they will reach out to you directly to share more information about their solutions. Also, if you had questions, and I know, Ruby, you went through all the questions that you could in the time you had, but if there are any questions that we didn't answer, they will be passed along to the partners, so they will follow up with you directly. Jesse, will you join us as well?
Boy, I gotta tell you, my heart is actually racing. Like I'm still vibrating.
So much excitement and so much great demos.
That's wild. I speak for a living. I talk on these things all the time, and I don't think I could do what these guys all did today. Keeping to 3 minutes sounds like a large amount of time, but I would start that timer and I'd get ready with my little buzzer, and all of a sudden it would be 2.5 minutes. Like they got through some great storytelling. It was incredible.
Amazing
Yes,
job.
definitely.
Well, and Ruby, you're right though. I will up the sound effect game for future demo jams. We need like a full laugh track. We need the cheer track. We need like the Jeopardy theme song. Definitely drum rolls. Yes.
I don't know if we have enough time with the 3-minute demos and the segues. Like that's what gets the heartbeat, and you're like, all right, I just flubbed that one. Let's move to the next. Boom, boom, boom.
Just all sound effects for the hour webinar. What I think is really cool about this webinar is we, there's so much information coming at you, and all of it was really interesting and exciting, and all of it is that jumping off point. Every team today gave us something that caught my brain and made me think, ooh, I want to learn a little bit more about that. And I think that the audience is really resonating with that. I'm seeing a lot of interest come in to chat with all these teams. So, to our presenters, a big high five on that. And to those of you out in the audience, I think that's a really important reminder. This is just step one. This is just, the intro. And now you get to carry these conversations forward. I'm going to ask Ruby and Alex, I'm going to put you guys on the spot now and ask you guys to each give me like a one final thought or sign off to the audience before I say goodbye to both of you.
I can start, and I can say if you can.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ruby. I'm pretty sure we're about to say the same thing, but it's one thing to read through the promos that companies are putting up. It's totally different things to see this app in actions, like see the demos. And my message for the audience is like, get your hands on with all these apps. See what this can do for you, because I want to try some of these apps too.
I love that.
Yeah, my final same thing. I'm pretty much the only way you're gonna know is if you're in there and putting your hands through it. So that's the only way you're gonna get on board. And the other thing is AI is here. It's everywhere. You just have to accept it and learn it and move on. That's how I'm looking at it, because that showed across the board with all our samples and all our demos is, AI is here. There's no going back.
Well, you're very right about that. And luckily, as you guys alluded to a few times during our call today, it's about having the right tools. And we've got some great examples of that up on the screen. I think this is did I miss anyone? Start waving your hands if I missed anyone. Nope. If you don't see your teammate, yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you. I think we've got some folks out there that wanted to take a screenshot. So everyone do your best, goofy face, your best demo jam face. Yay! All right. Well, now if you missed that screenshot, it's all over now. But thank you. I have to say to this absolute rock star crew, thank you to everyone for being here with us today, for making this demo jam such an incredible success. I'm going to say goodbye to all of you now and let you go back out to the green room and breathe for a second. But thank you to all of you for being here with us. Bye, team. All right. And I took myself out. There we go. I removed everyone, including myself. It's over. That's how it ends. That's just black screen and then game over. A big congrats to everyone here today. It's such a cliche, I guess, to say everyone's a winner for participating, but in this case, I really honestly think that every single person who came on screen today, in some ways, is walking away a winner. As are, the biggest winners of the day is all of us, because we got to come and hang out and learn some really great stuff. Which, as I said a little bit earlier, this is just the start, right? There's so much more to learn. There's so much more to start exploring and to get into. And so that's why it's really important that you're visiting those links in the handouts tab. So if you haven't been clicking along as we've been going through, go right now and open all of those links. Go visit the AppExchange and spend some time with each one of these teams, that we really, again, just brushing the surface in 3 minutes. And if you visit that AppExchange, the productivity collections page, you can see all of these tools, project management to document generation, agent productivity. These apps are going to really help you, tangibly help your organization extend the value of Salesforce and drive those efficiencies and cost savings. And don't we all love those words, efficiency and cost savings? Those are great words, almost as fun words as demo jam. So that's, right up there with that. Well, with that, and to all of you, on behalf of the Smart Brief team, I want to say one more big thank you, especially to our brave and intrepid demoers here with us today. It's certainly not an easy task. And certainly to our incredible hosts, Ruby and Alex. You have really led us through quite a conversation today. Lots of laughs along the way, as well as some good sound effects and fish imagery and puppies. I mean, what else could you want from a day? So big high fives and thank yous to the whole team. But of course, and as always, biggest high five, biggest thank you going to all of you for joining us here today. These demo jams are so much fun to participate in, and they are only fun and participatory because of all of you. So thank you for coming, asking those questions, getting in those high fives and good vibes in the questions chat. We absolutely love hearing from you, and I'm so glad that all of you joined us today. I hope you'll continue these conversations as you go forward. And I hope that we'll get to see you all at a webinar again soon. And until then, well, have an absolutely beautiful end to your day, my friends. Thanks all.